What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today my Jeep is back in the garage. It is having an overheating issue. We had an overheating issue previously a couple years ago while out at Hot Springs Off-Road Park. And after that, we switched the thermostat from the factory 203 degree to the 180 degree. Also went in with HP tuners and changed the fan settings for the fans to kick on sooner as well. Well, this past weekend, we went and drove it around town because it was nice. This was just easier to take apart, funner to drive because it's a V8. And the temperature would read on the dash 230 degrees. So we parked it, let it sit, drove it again, same thing, went up to 230 degrees. Prior to this, when we put the 180 degree thermostat in and I changed the temperature for the fan settings to come on, it would never get above 205. So we actually have a little like laser looking thing that shoots and tells you the temperature. So we know the gauge was reading accurately because it was reading 228 degrees at the thermostat housing. Thermostat could not be opening when it should, or even opening at all. I also checked underneath and up top as best as I can to make sure that the water pump is not leaking, causing the issue. I have not seen any leaks from the water pump. We did pressure wash it a couple weekends ago after we got back from finishing the mapping for Gray Rocks. So we know the radiator's clean. We also know that the water pump is not leaking. There are no traces or lines coming from where the water pump is. I let my Jeep run this morning and I let it get up to 190 degrees. Again, this thermostat that is currently in this engine is a 180 degrees, so it should be opening at 180. It got up to 109 and this top radiator hose where the thermostat is was as if right now, like the Jeep's sitting cold. There was no pressure to it whatsoever. It was very soft. But when your thermostat is working properly, that hose is going to have pressure. So when you squeeze it, you should be able to, at least if you know what is happening, feel the coolant kind of run through the hose. So that is not happening. And because there's no signs of the water pump leaking out of the weep hole, leading to us thinking that it is a defective water pump, we are going to start with the thermostat. This thermostat is from AutoZone. I did go back to AutoZone and get another 180 degree thermostat because this is $25. I did look up a thermostat for a 2017 Challenger TA392 because that is what we had. It's basically this engine. And Mopar.com, it says it was a 195 degree thermostat. So from 180 to 195 is not that big of a deal. The problem that I have is that thermostat in town is, after tax, going to be like almost $100. This was $25, and the current one, as of right now, has lasted a year and a half, 2 years. I will continue to replace these every 2 years if I have to because this is cheap. Because of where the thermostat is located, I'm not going to lose that much coolant. So unlike we normally do, I bought a 50-50 mix. Normally we buy 2 gallons or more, depending upon what the system holds, of straight coolant. And then we normally have an empty container somewhere where we will mix it as needed for that application, test it, and adjust again as needed. So that is what we're doing today. I'm going to replace my thermostat here, and hopefully that fixes its overheating issue because the fans are working. I say fans, it only has one fan. It's got 2 separate speeds at which the fan ramps up. It's got a slow speed, and then when either you turn the AC on or when it gets up to higher temperatures, there's a second speed that kicks in. It's not physically a separate fan. But that is what I'm going to do today. I am going to show you as best as I can how to do this because much like the drive shaft, this is something that for the most part depending upon the vehicle that you are working on, is pretty easy to get to and pretty easy to change. Okay, in the case of my Jeep, being this is a Crate 392 from America's Most Wanted, the thermostat is right here. Pretty easy to get to, very similar to like a small block Chevy 350. I am gonna have to unplug the air intake temperature sensor just to make sure the wires do not get pulled or knocked out or break the connector. But this is the top radiator hose, goes over here to the radiator, thermostat's right in there. In the case of, again, my Jeep with the America's Most Wanted 392, this is a 13. I am going to lose coolant, obviously, and ideally, I would just take this hose off and kind of rig it up to keep as much coolant as possible. I don't really want to deal with this air intake tube because it is a very well put together snorkel. And getting this to line back up so everything goes back together like it should and works like it should is a pain. So 13 millimeter, I'm gonna get this air intake temperature sensor off, undo this hose, get the old thermostat out. I did consider testing it just to make sure it was opening when it should. But again, this hose, see how easy this is to, that's how it was at 190 degrees. And again, this is a 180 degree thermostat. All right, so I got the thermostat out. Lost way more antifreeze than what I thought I was gonna lose. Here's the new one. Should come with a new O-ring. It's really hard. I don't even think they stamp them on them anymore, because I actually noticed that this thermostat is date stamped. 7 of 24, so this was made July of last year, whereas this one has absolutely nothing on it. And they're both AutoZone Duralast. So this is gonna be hard to see, but when you're replacing your thermostat, there is a little, like a pressure release thing here. You want that pointing up. Now, I'm gonna try to keep this pointing up as much as possible. I can't make any guarantees though, so. This pressure release valve is called the thermostat jiggle pin, and it serves to facilitate the bleeding of trapped air from the cooling system, especially during the initial filling or when the thermostat is closed. This allows for better coolant flow and more accurate temperature regulation, as air can impede heat transfer. So I just grabbed whatever was at the parts store that was compatible with Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. When we did this swap, we bought gold antifreeze anyway. So, okay. Now, we are going to try and spill it right out of the gate. I am terrible. It's getting up there. We'll let it catch up. Stay. So a trick you can do is burp the system here. I don't know if you can hear it, but when I'm squeezing the upper radiator hose, it's getting those bubbles out. Here, I'll show you more of what I'm talking about. So I'm squeezing the upper radiator hose here, and when I do it, it's called burping the system. Now there is contraptions that you can stick on this while you're filling it so it's running and burping the system. We don't have one of those. So I've got the Jeep running so that the thermostat will open, and you see how it's bubbling? So I'm letting the air get out of the system by letting it run. Now, it obviously is a little over full right now. Temperature is, I know you can't see that, 152. Fan hasn't even kicked on yet. They're set to come on at 195. 200, 205, something like that. See where the temp is at. It was at 176, 181. All right. So my fan has not kicked on yet because it has not hit the temperature that is supposed to kick on, but I just watched it, and I know it's going to be hard to see on here because of the lighting. It says 185. It was up to 190, came down to 188, 186, and it's holding steady at 185. I'm going to go out and test drive this just to confirm, you know, make sure that the fans are still kicking on. I may adjust them back up if I drop them too low to see what the problem was. But as of right now, it's holding steady at 185 degrees. So as of right now, it appears to be working as it should. This is much easier to read than try to read it off of my dash. But as you can see, it is climbing in temperature, but it is under 230 degrees. It's been getting up to about 203, and then it comes back down to about 190, 192. So it's at 199. Sorry, I'm driving, so it's a little bumpy. Both fan speeds should be on, so it should be, it's not a JL, so you're not going to hear it like a fighter jet, but there we go, 199. So, yep. So, yes, the thermostat in my Jeep was defective. It was not opening at 180 degrees like it should have. So I changed it, it's fixed. I drove it around a couple of places, we're all good. Pretty easy fix, like I said, especially on that engine. It's right up top, kind of like an old small block Chevy 350. It may not be as easy on your vehicle depending upon what the vehicle is. But if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below your thoughts. If your thermostat is easy to get to, I don't have any Direct Team merch on, sorry guys. Definitely check out our merch store and we will catch you on the next one. Bye.